So in the back of the Cadillac, I had to slide under like this, and then she had to get a reverse cowgirl like that, and we just had to do it like that. It was crazy, man. I'm telling you, it was nuts.
That nigga ain't a liar, dog. I swear to God, you telling the truth right now, dog. You my nigga, bro.
You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
3, 2, 1, rocking and rolling. Ray.
What up, bro?
Babyface Ray is in the building, man. It's an honor to have you on.
My G.
You know, your name is so prolific in the Detroit music scene. Everybody categorizes you as one of the top artists, top trending artists. You've been doing it for a long ass time, from Team Eastside till before till now. And when I seen you on Jimmy Fallon, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's when my heart kind of went like, God damn, son. Because that's some shit I watch. I don't know if everybody else watches that shit, but I watch Jimmy.
You watch Jimmy Fallon?
Oh, I love Jimmy. He looks just like me, motherfucker.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Y'all do look alike.
Yeah, we do.
Same hairstyle.
Everything. Same everything. And when I seen you, that was when it connected with me the most. Because it was like, this is big. This is like beyond underground. This is mainstream. This is TV, right? And how influential you've been to the scene and how the sound has changed because of some of the work that you're putting out. I think a lot of people want to know the journey. They want to know the day zero of you. And I also think what people want to know how your mindset has changed since then. But we'll start with day zero, man. You're from Detroit, obviously. Everybody knows that. But when you were growing up in Detroit and you were seeing the music scene, what was surrounding you at that time? What was like the sounds that you were hearing?
Initially, when I was young and first got into the Detroit music scene, it was cats like Rock Bottom,
yeah,
and the Street Lords, and then it kind of shifted to who was I listening to? It used to be this site called Crush Spot.
Yeah,
you remember Crush Spot?
Yeah.
You had a Crush Spot page?
I didn't have a page, but I know Crush Spot.
It changed. On Crush Spot, you could put your own music on there. And it's kind of how I got introduced to Peezy and Snoop, because they used to have their music on there. So I started listening to them. And then it shifted, and then it was the Doughboyz. You know what I'm saying? We was listening to the Doughboyz, and then we got our own type shit. So
yeah,
it transformed from us listening to Street Lords, Rock Bottom, from me being fans of Peezy and then the Doughboyz, and then we got going. You know?
Yeah. I heard talked about that when he was on here, man, about how he was making a lot of moves, and then his biggest co-sign or attribute was Eminem, having to work with him. Did you feel that impact when that happened? Did you feel like, damn, the shit is getting bigger than underground for Detroit?
When what happened?
When Herc and Eminem had collaborated and the whole city had united.
Herc and Eminem collaborated?
You didn't know that?
They did?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, Big Herc and Eminem worked together.
Yeah, I ain't know that.
Yeah,
I ain't know that. Herc was already turned though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But to see it go to the mainstream level is what I'm saying. To think damn, it's from underground, from us just fucking with it to the whole world's now knowing about the Detroit sound.
It be like that though. The mainstream artists always know about the underground artists in their city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they connect, it always be lit. But they already be knowing for real. That's where everywhere you go. You might go to Texas and you go in that club, they gonna be playing the top underground artists that you ain't never heard of. It always be like that.
Yeah.
So it'd be lit.
It's the DJs knows what's trending and what's the newest sound. They're always trying to keep ahead, right?
Really, the people gonna tell you. Or anything, because that's what they gonna be playing.
Yeah. So at that point, if you're thinking about it like that, that means your ears are still to the underground.
For sure. 100%. You gotta keep your ears to the underground. You be neck and neck with underground artists. I always say that, you still neck and neck. If you ain't on the level of the top tier artists, you neck and neck with underground artists, because they might get a song and then they might be on the next day.
Yeah.
They could pass you in one day just off one song. So you got to keep your ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
And even if you take it to a technical standpoint with how social media works now, if you have 1 million followers or you have 10,000 followers, social media can still push your song the same way as the person who has 1 million followers does.
Kind of similar to Team Eastside situation. Right now you can hear a song and not put a face to it. But it could be everywhere, lit, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of think that's what happened with Team Eastside. Our music was getting played so much in strip clubs and by other people, they never put a face to the people until probably 2 years after, you know what I'm saying? I'd be places and they'd be playing our music and they wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of the same thing right now with TikTok and all the other shit going on.
Yes, man. Earlier coming up, I talked to Helluva today, and he was talking about how he had you in the studio, 15 years old, and he was telling me he just had you there, and he knew like there was something special going on, and he had you listen to Doughboyz tracks and things like that. And he just knew there was something about you, man. How inspiring was it at that time to know somebody like Helluva is like promoting me or pushing me out like this, and to even be in the studio to engage in all that?
It's always crazy to meet people you listen to. Like, I used to listen to Mae West all the time. Helluva was a person I used to listen to. So when I finally met him and then I got to rap and he liked it, it was like, damn, Helluva like my shit. So it always be lit. And Helluva always been like motivational to me. Like, when he see me, he always give me words of encouragement to keep going. Because on the journey, I done stopped, started back. Like, he'd catch me in between the times that I done stopped and be like, bro, what you doing? So,
Yeah.
Helluva one of the ones who always keep me motivated for sure.
Yeah, I seen that in the talk you had with Lando, that you were talking about how many times you felt like you weren't on and that you were considering like just stopping everything.
It really be about reinventing yourself for real.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think, like, initially from Team Eastside, we was on fire, you know what I'm saying? And then when Peezy and Dame decided to go solo, I cooled down. Then I came back with MIA season, I was back good, you know what I'm saying? Then it cooled down. And then I probably came back with all the White House shit, you know what I'm saying? We was going again, and I cooled down. Then I came back with Unfuckwittable. So it's about recreating yourself and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, and that's probably the hardest part though. Right?
I'm used to it now though. It used to wear me down because you gotta think when you on fire and you every the club playing your music nonstop, and then it get to a point when you simmer down, it makes with your ego, and, you know, creative process and stuff like that. So after that happens so many times, you get used to it. You just gotta stay in your bag for real.
Especially when you get to the top too, right? Like, I always see artists that get to the top and it's like you're gonna fall off a little bit, right? But you're so uncomfortable with it. To the audience, it's cool though. Like, we're like straight with the fact that you're not number one right now. Like, we're still gonna listen to you as much as we used to listen to you. But for an artist, it's probably like more hurtful or more like, damn, I'm in a spot, I'm not where I used to be. My uncle used to be a multimillionaire, and then he lost all of his money, and he just kept thinking, how do I get back to that $1 million? And he just couldn't do it because he wasn't taking the steps that it took to get there in the first place anymore. He wanted to just jump there. You know what I'm saying? It's
two ways you can go about it. You can simmer down, fall off, or what they call it, and you can recreate, like I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, get back to the basics. Or you can complain, because I see a lot of people do that. Like, when shit ain't going how it's supposed to go, they always start crying and complaining, point fingers and blaming other people. So it's really up on you. You know what I'm saying? So
first intro names, Chaos the Kid was one of your first names when you were coming out?
You know that? Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Which is interesting because in D12, or before Eminem, when he was in the 90s, he had a friend, Chaos Kid. Which
Straight up?
Yeah, I don't know if that... I was like, I'm pretty sure those two aren't connected, but that's what rung out to me when I first heard it. I was like, damn, two people that were legends from the city came up with the same kind of name.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I even came up with that for real.
It's a good-ass name.
Yeah, it was straight, but it switched to Richie Rich.
Right.
Richie Rich Ray, because I used to wear a lot of Rock Republican jeans. Remember them?
Rock Republic?
Yeah, you remember the Rock Republican jeans that had the R's on the back?
Mm-mm.
When niggas was wearing True Religions, the horseshoes, I was in the Rock Republican jeans, so I started calling myself Richie Rich Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched from Chaos the Kid.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
What was your first time in the studio? Do you remember it?
I probably was in like in the 9th, 10th grade. We used to get our money together and go pay for studio time on 8 Mile and Gratiot.
Cool.
Me and my homeboys. We was called Flyboys, FBI, which is a crazy name now that I think about it, but we was called the Flyboys. Me, KO Go Loud, that shoot video.
Go Loud, yeah.
Yeah. Tez Alexander Rose, that do the clothes. You know about him?
Alexander Rose, no.
Yeah, he do the clothes. We was in a rap group back in the day. And then...
Yeah, he shoots videos now, KO.
Yeah, for sure. He used to be in a rap group.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, so he's been in the game longer than I realized. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've been in the game.
No, I'm talking about him.
KO?
Oh,
yeah, hell yeah.
Crazy.
KO was an artist at first. And then it started off as him taking pictures at parties. He used to throw parties. And then it transitioned into videos. And then he started doing his thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. It's like, I kind of had this theory, and I want to see what you think about it. But when you're getting into the entertainment industry, you don't always know where you're going to be placed, right? Like, you don't know if you might end up like in a different lane than you ever even expected, or if a different style is working than you first anticipated to try to work out, right?
Right.
Because some people are like, they wanted to be directors and they ended up being producers, and some people wanted to be producers and they ended up being rappers, and like vice versa and all that shit. Do you think it's a possibility that, no, it's always what you want in your mind to be what it's going to be? Or do you think that the entertainment industry does work like that, where you just fit in where you fit in?
Sometimes you get through the door, it's gonna lead you to what you're supposed to be. Like if you're supposed to be the rapper, then you're gonna rap. But like you said, it changed sometimes. Like sometimes a rap nigga turn to CEO and end up being, you know what I'm saying? Like it depends on what's going on for real.
Yeah, man.
The mind state of the person and what they want to be. I remember somebody asking me what type of artist I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? And that stuck with me to this day. Like I understood what they were saying.
So you always kind of thought like motivational, keep it funky, but like keep it motivational and keep it like still Detroit at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do, right? Because like everybody knows being turned up and talking crazy is kind of like the viral aspect of growing as an artist. You know, like people love to hear rah rah and hear that shit. But the Get Money music really took off.
We a Get Money city.
Yeah.
When people put us in a category of Get Money music, they don't understand the culture of Detroit. Like when you get out of high school, the first thing you want to do is get some money. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a rapper, that's the only thing you're going to talk about is trying to get paid. That's just the culture of the city for real. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Iraq, when they, you know what I'm saying, they really want to hit and drill and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Houston, they might be more on they pimping shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the culture of how you raised, what you gonna put in your music, you know? So.
Yeah. And the influence of it has to be rewarding too, right? Of knowing that the people are listening to you and taking those notes. But that kind of brings me to a point of mainstream acceptance, right? Because if you're getting on shows like Jimmy Fallon, if the news is covering you, if you're on all these mega platforms, is there kind of like a gatekeeping aspect of like, okay, you have to be somewhat family friendly to get to these levels, to be on these types of shows?
Nah. If your shit hitting, they don't give a damn what you talking about. They gonna make a way for you to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it depends on your networking skills. I would say that the music ain't gotta be too much family friendly, but you gotta be a good networker, I'll say. Like
That's true.
you gotta have good people you know in the industry and shit like that.
Yeah, because I think like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were on Nickelodeon like right after Wet Ass Pussy dropped, so it's kind of
you know
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
like the music, you ain't gotta alter the music. It just your networking skills and who you know type shit. So
yeah. So bringing it back to that though, with you always kind of knowing what you want it to be as an artist, and you're getting in the studios for the first time. When you get into the studio, when you're first starting to record,
right?
Are you consciously thinking about what I'm putting out into the universe?
No, hell no.
You weren't even thinking like that.
That's overthinking.
Yeah.
It's really, that shit a journal for me. Like, I gotta go through something or something gotta be going on for me to even get in there and say something. Like, I don't overthink. Sometimes I do though, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm gonna make a record for this, but I had to stop doing that shit. But I gotta go through something for me to even wanna create, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit a journal for me, so it's kinda different.
When you're first starting out, what was the first signs you were noticing for yourself that you were getting reciprocation and that people were actually like fucking with you?
Stopping. Like every time I would stop doing music and I would try to like direct my life to do something else, like fuck it, I ain't doing music no more. It'd always be somebody that'd come along and be like, hey, you bullshit, you need to, and that'd be the motivation for me to get back in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Why do I always find that it's the most talented artists are often the most inconsistent? Like when it comes to just really getting on the horse and just riding it throughout the whole thing.
Life be going on, man. This shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't always just go to the studio and rap. Like, I think people on the outside looking in, that's what they think of with artists. Like, y'all got it made. Like, y'all can go to the studio, y'all can do this. But life be going on, you know what I'm saying? So, shit could be going on where it can take you away from the music and you might not want to do it too, so.
Yeah, because of where you grew up and the things that you're tied to from that age, it's like those things don't just disappear because you became famous or because you became wealthy with rap. Those things are still there to address, right?
It can be your environment. It can be family related. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
the more I get involved, and I thought about this today, when my phone rings and it's like an artist or somebody calling me or anybody calling me, I'm always thinking like, what's the favor that I'm about to get asked right now? It's always like that. And then one person called me today and he said he just wanted to talk. And I was like, what the fuck? And when he just wanted to talk. just like catch up. And when I hung up the phone, I was like, damn, I'm not used to favorless phone calls. It was like, it tricked my mind out. I was like, damn, this motherfucker didn't want nothing from me. Like, he just wanted to check up.
Yep, I see what you're saying too. Because I very rarely get a nigga call and just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For sure, I know what you mean.
And it kind of makes you feel like, are we just commodities to people now? Like, are we at the point? Well, obviously, I'm talking about you on a different scale, but still, to just always think, is somebody just trying to use me to do something?
I don't even answer the phone no more.
Damn.
Swear to God, I would look at that bitch ring like. I don't even answer that bitch no more. You gotta call me down there 4 times for me to even think something wrong. Like, oh, he called me 4 times. Let me call him back and then see what's up. But this shit that made me not want to answer the phone, because it's like when I answer, I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, how I turned into that person. You know, because before everything.
Isn't that crazy?
See, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
before everything started going down, your phone calls don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas call you and talk about regular shit. But now, when it's going down, no, sir. Hell no, nigga gonna call your ass to say anything, so.
Yeah, and that's where, like, the people who are in charge of your phone calls, they gotta know what calls to tell you about and not tell you about.
Swear.
It's crazy as fuck, man.
Swear, my man's, yeah, he keep me on point. He be telling me, like, hey, such and such said this, you gotta be like, all right, okay, cool. They know who to call, like, for sure.
Yeah, man. When people think about you, they obviously think about you in the solo venture lane, but they also think about Team Eastside and the formation of it. From talks that I looked at, it looks like you and Peezy were kind of the original orchestrators of putting everything together and getting the mix started.
Peezy was just the nigga. Like, Peezy just was the all-around top, you know what I'm saying? He was the people's champ. So he was already the hardest nigga before we even formed the group. You know what I'm saying? It really came about because Dang was making beats. You know what I'm saying? And I could have it wrong, they could come correct it, but it really came about Dang was making beats, and I was riding with my man Reek, and we went and bought a beat from Dang. And I vividly remember pulling up on Peezy, like, we about to go do this beat, but because of the similar sound of the Doughboyz Cash Out, niggas kind of like wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But we ended up doing the song anyway. That bitch came out hard, and then we all just got together and just started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So it's just a belief in the sounds that are coming from the back end, which the producer is obviously developing something where it's like, all right, we can fuck with this, and he's gonna keep doing this shit for us. Like, he's gonna keep making hard ass beats. What was the earliest signs that you guys knew? All right, we got the city. Like, the city is fucking with us now at this point.
Niggas was making motherfucking vlog, strip club videos to our songs. Like, niggas was waiting until the weekend, putting on clothes, taking all they dog shit to the strip club, throwing it on strippers, getting it recorded, and getting videos made with our songs on it. And that's how this shit got popping.
So that's a 0% marketing ploy on your guys' end. That's like
bro,
naturally.
we all we knew was rap. But I don't even think we was putting on CDs. We was rapping, and because we was in the mix and bumping shoulders with niggas that was in the streets, because you gotta think back in the day it was going down, like, niggas was hustling like crazy. So we was tied in with all the niggas that was hustling for real. So we got the music, these niggas hustling, they want to listen to the hard shit. So it all started by just passing the music off to the niggas that was hustling. And they was promoting, kind of like marketing it for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't know nothing about putting no music out or shit like that. Like, that came later once niggas was like, man, y'all niggas need to do a tape. And then we put a tape together. You know what I'm saying? It went like that.
So the infrastructure wasn't there. It was literally just work.
Yeah, we had no marketing plan.
Yeah.
It was really just like do the music and put it out. Even with We Here and Welcome to Our Side and all that shit, all we knew was like we put the tape together, we put it on a CD, and we take it to a nigga named Jay from Press Play. We leave and we pick up the money later. We might throw an album release, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like videos and shit, that shit never even crossed our mind. Like, somebody had to come get us as a group, pay for a video, and be like, all right, y'all niggas shoot a video. Like, that's how lost in the sauce we was. Like, we didn't really know nothing. We really didn't know the music business, I'ma say, up until Vez got to going. Like, because Vez was going crazy already. And then once we kind of got around Vez as a group and seeing how he moved, and he kind of like gave us the blueprint on how to like market, put music out, make money and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody had to give you the business insight onto it.
It wasn't a direct thing like y'all niggas need to do this. It came about by just watching. Like,
Yeah.
but then again, I could be wrong. They could come correct me. But that's just my observation from everything. You know what I'm saying?
So possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars were lost because of
For
not
sure.
understanding.
For sure. I think right now the Team Eastside catalog, like, we never, as a group, we never really made no money like that off of it. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all seeing this, nigga, come give us a fucking bag for the catalog right now.
Yeah, I was talking to, I don't know if you're familiar with Poppa Activelli, but
Who?
Poppa.
Yeah, Poppa hard, for sure.
Yeah, he came on the podcast and he talked about that. He was like, I was shooting all these music videos and like the people would post it and he's like, I've never seen a rap check. He's like, I'm making all these millions of streams and views and all this shit. And he's like, I've never seen $1 from music.
But you know what's crazy about that? That mean a nigga really just probably loved doing music too, though.
True.
So he really cared about doing music. But as far as I think Poppa's situation, it was, I don't know. You know, by that time niggas knew how to get the money, so I don't know what was going on with Poppa.
When was the first time you heard Poppa? Did he like shock your mind when you first heard him?
Hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked. When I first heard Poppa, it was already a bunch of bullshit going on. I think he was fake beefing with Vezzo or something. That's how I found out about him. And then once I got hip and actually listened to the music, he was hard, you feel me?
Yeah.
Then we had like interest, we like sipping and shit, so I ended up linking with him. It was cool. Poppa hard.
Yeah, that Taco Bell track was crazy.
I'm sick that he in the state that he is. Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's very sad to see somebody so talented like him to end up like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a label picked him up called Black Bottom Records and they tried to reinvent him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they kept finding him back in the street, so it was like impossible.
I had put him on one of his clips on one of my CDs. I don't know which one it was. The kid that did.
Yeah.
Or was it
Really? The new?
Was it
2020?
Was it Summer's Mine? It might have been Summer's Mine. I put a Mob. I think we know Mob, yeah. But I ended up putting one of his clips from a vlog I seen of his on my CD.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Team Eastside, you guys are not you guys are in totally business infrastructure. You start getting game and start paying attention to other people that have infrastructure. So you start building it. Did you start seeing money eventually through the group, or was it?
No, it was like individual shit.
Yeah.
All right, so this how it happened. All right, boom, Team Eastside shit was probably done, and then I think Peezy shot off first. Peezy go do his tape, then Dame go do his tape. You know what I'm saying? They going back and forth. They doing their thing, and then I came about doing my tape, but I was still using the old blueprint, which was record, get the CDs, take them to try to sell the hard copies. So when streaming came about, I was completely lost. Like, how the fuck we gonna get the money now? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think
shit, that's fucked.
I think bro them had it figured out, but it took for Pooty to come along. You know Pooty?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it took for Pooty
Family.
to come along and end up explaining to me how I was gonna go. And from that point, I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been straight making money off streams and shit like that.
Yeah, bro, he's helping orchestrate a lot of people with these crazy ass label deals. Just fucking
For sure.
insane.
For sure.
But it takes somebody to understand the business to remind you that entertainment is show business, right? People always feel like it's called show business for a reason. It's show and there's money behind it. Like you have to fund this shit.
Yeah.
And then when you finally figure it all out, are you seeing instant gratification for the money, or is like, no, I still gotta keep myself balanced to stay afloat financially?
Yeah, I was still doing my thing, like trying to, you know, move and groove. But the truth be told, what happened was that nigga was like, give me a CD, give me some music. And I made this tape called I Did This Today. I don't know. If people watching today don't know what I'm talking about, with the red pint on there. And I gave him like 5 songs. And it had football pads and shit on there. I gave it to him. I had forgot about it and everything. And he called me probably like 3-4 months later, like, hey, come pick this money up. And I'm like, pick this money up. So when I pull up on him, he I think he paid me cash. He gave it to me. But it was an ongoing thing. Like, he continued to pay me from that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, that's hard. I'm asking him, like, I could keep doing it. And then it went from there. Like, now I know if I put a project out, I could put it through streaming sites. I can make money. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that in my head, you know? So that kind of kept me afloat. You know what I'm saying? But I was doing other shit for the time being, trying to make ends meet for sure.
Yeah, you have to, right?
Yeah.
that's the hard part for artists right now is figuring out how to like fund themselves while they do the shit. But you kind of got to put every dollar back into it until something great happens.
I ain't gonna lie, the really key aspect to it is just like getting a studio, like getting your studio and recording it and just putting your creative idea to it. It ain't really as hard as people think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you start making money, yeah, you need to put it back into it, start shooting videos and shit like that. But if you really serious about what it is, it ain't really, just get you a studio, bro. Niggas spend money on pills, lean, clothes, stupid shit all day. Go get you a studio if you really want to do it.
Yeah.
Cause it really be, some people be in it for what the music bring, like the shit that come with the lifestyle. Then it be some people in it because they love music, and then it's some people that's in it because of the money. So you got 3 different categories of niggas trying to, you know,
Finesse
and
off
you could tell who is who when they doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
because a lot of my friends are like so. I hate when I see my rap friends chase women on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like make story posts and do all this shit just to chase women. I'm like, bro, like,
what you mean by that?
like a lot of my rap friends are just chasing bitches with their rap music career. That's all they're fucking doing.
Give me an example.
Like for real, like okay, just there's no point in a rapper posting that at 2 o'clock in the morning he's at a Hilton hotel with a sky view showing out and saying like who up, and it's like to me it's like that's just wasted opportunity.
Yeah, he horny, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's
Yeah.
I think all these I did it when I was single. I was fucking.
You
everything.
can't knock that though.
I just think it's
thirsty for sure.
yeah, it's kind of like it's what you're saying. It's the reasons that you're utilizing it for, and that shit always ends up crashing you out too. It's like when you chase women as an artist, eventually it crashes you out because you either get tied to one of them, one of them gets pregnant.
Tell me about it.
Type shit.
Yeah, speak on it.
I seen you in the hallway video, man. I seen you talking to those girls in the hallway video, and I was like, this motherfucker knows. Like,
no, for sure. I can't even tell you why. I can't even tell you why I was having that specific conversation. But it was like, man, you got to be careful out here, bro, because a motherfucker will run a play on you, and you will look up, you will be hanging out with a whole prostitute sent from another nigga. Like, that type of shit be going on. But you gotta be green sometimes to learn, you know, to find out.
Yeah, you got to be green sometimes to learn.
But I'm glad niggas saw that video. Cause I might have put a couple niggas up on game, like pay attention to their surroundings and shit like that.
No, that was the most player shit ever. That was like on every fucking feed in the world for some reason.
Yeah,
I think it was one of the times too where people seen you outside of music, just living and just being you. Where it's like it just looked like it was just happening. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That little shit calls for people to say I need to vlog more.
Well, you do some Twitch from time to time too.
Yeah, I be on Twitch trying to fuck around.
Yeah. Do you think with Twitch becoming this new thing that everybody's entering into, obviously GTA made it hot to have your own server and Twitch stream and all that. Do you think it's killing artist mystique? Do you think it's like killing like the mysteriousness, like the fucking like we don't get to see you all the time and that's what makes you powerful? Or do you think it's just a new wave of everybody needing to see you as much as possible?
Depends on how you work it, for real.
Yeah.
If you one of them artists that need to have the mystique, just stay away from them. If not, then you work the Twitch. But I ain't gonna lie, people that's been using Twitch been going up because people love realistic shit. Like, they love to be in people's business and know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of been working out. They've been down there out beating the rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because the rappers now, with reality rap and shit being realistic, it's kind of scary because they taking everybody to jail. So you can't really have a camera following you around and doing all that shit. So
what was the moment that you noticed, bro, fucking camera can get clipped, a scene of whatever the fuck I'm doing and anything in the world can get clipped and that shit's gonna end up on a platform?
Anytime I get geeked and get on live and then wake up in the morning and that shit be on Detroit rap news. The nigga phone be blowing up like, bitch, you crazy. What you was talking about last night? Like, what I was talking about? Then I go on the gram like, damn, I was geeked. Like, I gotta stop. But I think it's people that clip farm like for a living.
Bro, they do.
Like, they watch certain people go live and then they clip it and then they use that.
I get messages from clip farmers every day. They're like, did you know there's 100 sequences?
Oh, you
in
know
your
the
episode?
actual people?
Yeah.
I need to holler at them.
Yeah. They message me every morning. Did you know there's 100 sequences of your episode that could generate $10,000? I'm like, shit, I did not know that. There's shit you don't know that people will fuck with that you said or did, and then people are like, what the fuck? Like, everybody fucks with what you just said and did. You don't even know that.
Man, my brother just had a 2-hour conversation with me about this shit because I'm telling him like, Man, I'm straight, bro. Them niggas ain't paying me. I ain't getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting paid for the content that they putting out. He like, bro, you just gotta go in there and do your thing. Fuck all of that. So, I don't know.
One humongous thing that kind of really re-energized the city is Team Eastside, Doughboyz, Cash Out, joining the stage together, 42 Dugg, orchestrating it with 42 Dugg and friends, man. I bought fake tickets to it, so I couldn't go, but
damn.
Yeah, it was crazy shit. But I watched it on live. It was fucking insane watching it. I watched the vlogs. It was insane watching it, man. And now it looks like there's another thing happening, I think, next week, where they're doing the whole East versus the whole West, where they're kind of trying to reinvent that idea. And
what?
Am I tripping?
Who the fuck doing that?
Isn't 42 Dugg doing a team, East versus West?
He is? What the fuck? What do you mean? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, oh yeah, he was just. Oh yeah, because Jay Nutty was just saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, first of all, we'll start off with the first part of it, the Team Eastside verse. I know you already talked about this. I don't want to beat a dead horse with it, but from all the experiences of coming up as this group, and then there being a counter to it, where like people are always comparing the two groups and everything like that, and you're involved in it and you're being there. At that time, did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you want Team Eastside and Doughboyz, Cash Out to be for the city at that time that it was happening?
Me, I was just raised a little different. I was fake confused because I'm like, nothing happened for us to even be acting like this. That shit was really like some fake diva shit going on. Like niggas was acting like we couldn't coexist. So it was throwing me off because nothing never happened. We didn't even know them niggas for it to be a few. You know what I mean? So when it was going down, I wasn't really paying attention to it. Like niggas would bring it up to me, but it was like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Well, you notice with every group it happens, like Street Lord and Rock Bottom, like they tried Cheddar Boys, and they all tried to create this like triangular like situation, and you just always wonder, like, is this shit real? Like,
but from my observation and what I heard of the stories back in the day, like them niggas was out and about doing shit. Niggas was, you know what I'm saying, like bumping into each other. Like when I say we didn't know them, like we didn't know them. Like we literally never used to see them. And you know what I'm saying? Not saying they went outside of them, but we never saw them. Like all this shit came about through like Twitter, I believe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like people just saying pound Team Eastside in the comparison of the Doughboyz, you know? So I don't know. It wasn't nothing though. Like once we finally did get to meet each other, like niggas was cool though, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna be no fake ass nigga. Them niggas was hard to me. Like even when the shit was going on and niggas was acting like it was a problem, niggas was hard. Like we needed them niggas to make the shit that they was making to motivate us so we can go harder. If they wasn't going, then we wasn't gonna never make the shit we made. Like we had to listen and analyze this shit like that. Them niggas tripping, and then we getting our bag. You know what I'm saying?
Is it kind of like a pressure makes diamond situation a little bit to kind of want to outdo or try to keep like afloat and on top of?
We was hungry.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, we was hungry. So, and then our supporting cast of niggas that was around us, that was us, I was like, they wasn't fucking around, so they was making sure we was on point. Like, if need be, we needed to go out and stunt, like, we was on point. We was hungry, though.
What were your guys' initial studio sessions like for the projects when you guys were together? Is it separated where people were coming in at different times to do their parts, or did you guys like get in the studio together for certain projects?
See, Dane was the engineer and the beat maker.
Yeah.
So without Dane, we ain't had nothing. So for one, Dame Man's crazy. He gonna see this. He know what I'm talking about. Dame Man's crazy. He gotta even be in the right headspace for us to even rap. Like if he ain't in the right headspace, we not recording shit today. He'd play 100 beats and still don't record nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we had to make sure Dame was in the right headspace. And once he was in a good mood, we always came out with some fire. You know, or we might walk in and Dave might already have something ready for niggas. So
that's like true artist shit, right? Like true artist shit, they had the energy right in the room before anything even happens.
But I was a role player at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was with whatever. Whenever they needed me to get on there and do what I need to do, I'm gonna do it.
What projects do you feel like you were a role player for, not like a main piece?
All them bitches, for real, all of them. Dane was the engineer and the beat maker. Like
when people talk about you, they always it's. You're like a head honcho figure in that
for
shit.
sure.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, hell yeah, now. But I'm telling you back then how it went. You know what I'm saying? Man. And then you gotta think when we got with Vez, it was like Vez was already doing so much shit. When we got with him, like Vez was having houses, cars, like he was doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when we got with him, he started going crazy. So nigga had to take the back road to bro, like, you know, just learn and soak up a lot of shit. him and Dame linked up on Clarity One. They started going crazy. So it was a lot. It was a lot to learn from.
As a group, did you guys ever have a phone call where it's like, we fucking did it?
Fuck no.
You guys never had a we fucking did it phone call?
Hell no. We never even had a we fucking did it meeting. Like,
Well, yeah.
we never even saw each other like, damn, we did it. Slap. That shit never happened.
That's
like,
crazy as fuck.
Shit just went on. Niggas just did what they did. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? When I always think about you guys, when I think about that whole collective of time, I always go like, I feel like I'm talking to entrepreneurs more than I'm talking to rappers to some degree.
Yeah.
Because of the way you guys talk and carry yourself, which is a great thing. Because it's hard to find that in the mainstream. In the mainstream, it's almost like you're just dealing with like an artist and his identity. But you, it's like you carry both ends. Like, this is how you should handle yourself. This is how you should keep your head on your shoulders and do the shit at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think people gravitate towards that, and that's what makes the music so motivational. But you guys are funny as fuck too. I mean, that's another thing. People, the moments they would catch to find the humor. Peezy is a funny motherfucker, obviously.
That's just our natural, anyway. That's just how we coming for real. Like, bro, silly as hell. I'm silly. Niggas be, just be fucking around for real.
Because you got to make each other crack up when you're on tour and non-stop, right? Just like,
I ain't never been on tour with them niggas.
You never went on tour with Team Eastside?
No.
Why?
We even did shows for sure.
Like, go to city to city and just kind of...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We moving around for sure, but that was we probably did 4-5 out of town Team Eastside shits. The rest of it shit was here for real. You know what I'm saying?
What cities accepted you guys the most in the beginning?
Milwaukee, man.
Milwaukee was fucking with
We
you?
used to go to that bitch with $0 and come back a richer man.
Was Chicken P setting it up and shit?
Chicken P? No, hell no. We ain't even know Chicken P around that time.
Damn. The promoters out there.
I think I'm the first nigga that got up on Chicken P. For real, I went out there, nigga tried to give me their CD. Like, listen to my CD, bro. Nigga named Foreign. And when I opened the CD, I actually tried to give his shit a try because it was a 6-hour ride back. I'm like, I'm about to fuck with him, see what's up. That nigga had gave me Chicken P CD. I'm like, this shit hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I ended up getting up on that nigga.
What do you think made Milwaukee gravitate towards you guys?
Them niggas was money getting niggas. Like, when they first booked us and we went out there, them niggas was trapping hard. Like, young niggas, like, trapping hard. So the music that we was putting out was young trap nigga music. So they understood everything we was talking about. You know, some people used to listen to the music back in the day like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? What is y'all hit the road and what is y'all talking about? But Milwaukee niggas understood what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then obviously when you take off, MIA season's kind of like the first thing that you really put out to showcase what you can do on your own. And people were fucking with it. My cousins were fucking with it. When you come out with the tape, since it's your debut kind of like showcasing, okay, this is just right now, what was the stance that you had? What was like the mindset that you had when you were developing it?
I ain't gonna lie. When I first did my first CD, I was like, I'm about to fuck these niggas up. So I was picking unorthodox beats. Like, I was just going outside the box of the normal that I was used to doing for real. Like, I think that's what set me apart from a lot of artists from Detroit too, because I wasn't afraid to, go outside the normal Detroit sound type shit.
Yeah. You see success with that with people like Danny Brown, right? Like, they kind of crafted their own lane. Not to say that your styles are similar, but to go off
just
on your
his own style, but being from Detroit at the same time. Dage Low, you know what I'm saying? Own style, being from Detroit at the same time. Shit like that.
Right, and then T Grizzly was one of the ones that was like
he brought
totally
it back.
sticking to the sound.
He brought it back. Like, once niggas was going left, I was a nigga who was definitely going left. Dage Loaf was going left. Big Sean going left. You know what I'm saying? And then when T got on and did his thing and the world accepted it, it was like, all right, it's back on now. You know what I'm saying? So niggas got back to the gritty Detroit shit.
Yeah, bringing it back because it's the Detroit sound, but it went mainstream, right? Like, him and Helluva really crafted this sound. It's like, okay, that's the proof of concept that it can work, right? And then you're kind of creating mainstream. It almost looked like you were targeting mainstream when you were making your tapes. Like, you want to have the highest sound. Like, you want to have it be clean and polished. Like, it's not totally just like just throw out whatever the fuck, right? Which has to cost tons of money, unless people are investing in you at the time.
You know what it was. I was a student of music, so I knew from listening to shit that I was listening to, that I wanted my shit to sound similar to mainstream artists and not similar to Detroit artists. But investors around that time, like, I ain't really had too many investors. I had one homeboy, and the main thing he did for me was get me a fucking studio. Like, no cap. And that was the biggest thing he could have did for me because I could make endless music. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, whatever, pick through it, add to it, you know what I'm saying? Take away from it. It wasn't like buying studio time. Like, I can get up at 2, 3 in the morning and record right then and there. Like, I was living with him. We was in the house. He had a, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all the investments we had. But everything other than that was just niggas around that was putting on. You know what I'm saying? I would call that investment too, because if you go in the club with me, we might have to put on the behalf of, you know, of me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like throwing the money and buying the bottles and all that shit.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the engineering, did you engineer yourself?
Yeah, I ain't had no engineer for so long.
Okay, damn.
I ain't had no engineer till fucking 2019 probably, from back then, because you gotta think Dame was the engineer. So once we stopped dealing with Dame, it was like, oh yeah, I was buying studio time at like DJ Brown and shit and other people, but it was like buying time wasn't. Once I got the equipment, I stopped all that. I started recording myself, and that became a thing. You know what I'm saying? And then 2019, once I kind of was like breaking through, I started getting a engineer.
That sounds like fucking hell though, bro. Like literally stopping and recording and stopping and recording and fucking trimming and just doing all that shit.
Nah, Paperwork Party, My Thoughts Too, shit, you name it. All that shit came on the self-engineering side. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
If I wasn't engineering myself, it probably was a homeboy of mine that just knew hit the space bar, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we knew the basics. So
that's what I heard BabyTron's been doing for a while. Like, they leave the hip hop lab open for him, and then he just goes in and there's a computer inside the studio, and he just like,
that's why he's so fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. People got their own techniques of how they do their thing.
How'd you feel when you seen that though? Like, because there was a long time where even Vezzo was speaking out about, okay, like, where's Eminem at? Can we get Eminem to work? And then BabyTron becomes the artist from Michigan, you know, on the Cole Bennett tape and the Cole Bennett project, and seeing that and seeing, like, what did it take for it to be Tron? You know what I mean? Like, did you ever think about that or look at that? Like, what did it take for the biggest artist from Detroit to pick who he's going to work with?
Respectfully, the Eminem quotes and stuff like that, I never even crossed my mind. Like, I was a real big fan of Eminem.
Word.
So when we got on, I knew his style of music. So you got to be a student of the game to understand it. Like, I knew his style of music didn't even mesh with ours. Like, we was from the hood. We was reality rap. Like, we was product of our environment. Not saying that Eminem wasn't, but he was already gone. So him coming and meshing with us wasn't really going to even make no sense no way. You know what I'm saying? So when them debates be going on, I don't really get into that, because it's like M is M. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good point, but you have to look at that first day out, or sorry, when T Grizzly came out, that was a phone call that was made. That T Grizzly and Eminem were supposed to work together initially. So it's like he did fuck with the Detroit sound to some degree.
Did they work together?
They were supposed to, but they didn't because of whatever stuff on the side. But the whole point is, like, he did finally say, like, all right, Detroit rap, and pick that.
In 2025. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm talking about working with T. I'm talking about him working with T.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did they ever work?
They were supposed to though.
But what I'm saying is T never needed that. So it ain't even no debate on Eminem coming back and helping, because it ain't no big deal. Like, T got on how he was supposed to get on, and it worked out for him. Like, now whether M came back or whatever, show love, like, that's cool. It ain't no big deal. I don't fault him or none of that. Like, if he come and accept us, cool. If not, cool too. Like,
sure,
figure that shit out, just like how he did. You know, sometimes you be having to do shit on your own, bro, so you can get eye level with a nigga to get that respect. You know, because a nigga might feel like, why don't I'm reaching back for and grab me all, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree with that 100%. It feels better too.
Yeah.
With the last project, the 2024 project, The Kid That Did, man. Why? First of all, why'd you name it The Kid That Did?
I named it The Kid That Did because Sauce Walker was quoting. Like, he kept saying The Kid That Did. He used to always say it. Yeah. And that kind of went with what was going on. Like, I felt like I was a kid that did too, coming from where I came from and how far I came. So I'm like, that'd be a fire name title of a CD. It started off initially as a mixtape. I was trying to put all the guys on the tape. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody was doing their own thing, so I left it alone and ended up just changing it to an album.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just like a reality. The person that took it to the next level and at the biggest level. As far as songs on that you felt like weren't received the way you thought, did everything get received the way you thought, or was there something that you thought was going to take off that didn't get the fullest potential?
Nah. You never know. I be trying to tell myself in my head like this the one, but you never know.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep shooting and keep trying, and then the fans gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Cause you don't even want to let yourself down. You don't want to be like this the one, and then it don't be the one. You be sick for real. So just keep creating, put that shit out. If they eat it up, good. If they don't, keep trying.
Yo, it's your boy Kid L. If you're an artist, entertainer, or have a brand that needs more motion, then check out the Artest X strategy. You can receive one-on-one coaching with real entertainment and business moguls. They'll help you navigate through the hurricane of the entertainment industry. You can also receive music and social media analysis. Through algorithm checks, we can help you identify and fix your weaknesses. Networking opportunities are also available. Message Kid L Video on Instagram for more info.
Family over money, you can't really, if you listen to both of them, you're not even gonna tell, but Family Over Money was kind of like a knock to that, you know what I'm saying? So me and Pooh put that together. I didn't even have a clue that song was gonna do what it did. I had the song, I was in LA. I shot the video like literally like 15 minutes as we was checking out the Airbnb. Like my performance scene by the pool and all that, we was checking, the cleaners was in the Airbnb. I was shooting a performance scene, and then they just put a bunch of footage from when we was out there. So I ain't know it was gonna do that, but me and Pooh put that together.
That's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah.
What's the newest project right now that's coming out?
Codeine Cowboy, about to drop. I ain't got no date yet. I've been working on it.
Man, Cody, god damn it, man. It's like, I don't see you as a motherfucker that's even on any of that because of how sharp your mind is.
Yeah.
Because my friends that are on any type of time like that are just lost.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle for real. It ain't even about just having a cup. It's really just a lifestyle, just being unapologetic, you know what I'm saying? Just doing it how you want to do it, just moving, you know, staying fly, being you know what I'm saying? Just being a Codeine Cowboy for real. It ain't really too much that got nothing to do with drink. When you hear the tape, you're going to understand, like, oh, he just popping shit for real.
Yeah. You don't have an expected release date or anything for it? It's just going to drop when it drops?
Nah, I ain't got no set date yet. I'm still working out the kinks and stuff like that.
Yeah. When it comes to $1 million worth of game,
my motherfucking nephew had set on my glasses. That's why them bitches was crooked on $1 million worth of game.
Damn, son.
I'm sick about that.
I don't think anybody noticed that. Did people comment that?
Nah, I'm just sick about that.
Oh, damn. I don't think I've seen any comments about anybody saying anything about your glasses, man.
You ain't gotta look right now when we leave. Just check it out. But I'm telling you, I'm sick about that.
Yeah.
But people come to reach out about what you were saying.
Yeah, man, Gilly and Wallow, bro, like they really are invested in the scene.
Niggas genuine niggas, bro.
Yeah.
And genuine niggas realize when they, cause you gotta think, bro, niggas be characters, bro. Feel me? Like for real though. Like and Gilly being somebody who used to rap, I know 100% for a fact he know that. So he be moving around, meeting different people. When they come to the D, I don't think you really meet too many characters in Detroit. Because everybody trying to get some money and just mind their business for real. So when you meet genuine niggas who trying to, on that, then you kind of gravitate towards that versus the other shit. Not knocking nobody else and none of that, but Gilly and Wallow, you know, Wallow did 20 years. Gilly used to rap, you know what I'm saying? So they understand this shit a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So,
and they were like super selective of who they worked with in Detroit too. Like they would pick certain individuals, do walkthroughs in their cities and their hoods and everything like that, to showcase the lifestyle where they came from and everything, and kind of expand on how they became where they are now, which is dope in its own right. But the selectiveness of who they're picking, who they're being a part of, and everything like that.
I don't think they being selective.
I think so. I think it's a good thing that they're being selective because
they'll pull up on anybody.
You think so?
If you got something going for yourself, now they ain't about to just pull up on anybody now. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have something going for yourself where you on their radar and they gonna pull up. They done been at every 313 day since it started. You know what I'm saying? Dude might call you. He might be downtown. Just you know what I'm saying? Like they be here just doing stuff. So
yeah.
Shout out to Gilly and Wallow.
Yeah, 100%. Man.
How you feel though about your podcasting journey and all of that, because I had seen on the internet niggas was trying to call you like Culture Vulture and shit. How you feel? How do you take all that in?
So when it was happening, I understood both sides of it, because I understood the side of it where it's like you're not from Detroit. You weren't from the culture.
Where the fuck you from?
I'm not from Detroit. I'm from I grew up in Warren, then I moved to the suburbs. So
You from? Man, come on, man.
But at the same time, it's just like I was working with people. I was just constantly working since 2012, just constantly working. And then I met Sada Baby, shot a music video for him. It did 1 million views in 1 week. Shot another music video, just kept shooting music videos.
You shot music video?
Yeah.
What video you shot?
The first video I shot that did 1 million was Ape Shit, Sada Baby.
Oh, okay.
I shot a way more videos before that, but that was the one that got me recognition, right?
Okay.
And then I was working with like Lou Graham and shit like that. And I was just really just like fucking shooting videos just nonstop in the city.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, that's how it all started.
Yeah.
And then the only reason podcasting even started was because Helluva. I was doing music reviews, and Helluva was like, I want to do a music review with you. He came on, did it, and after we finished, I was like, yeah, let me interview you real quick because you're here anyway.
Right.
We did that shit, posted it, and everybody hit me up like, we need interviews.
Okay, yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it was like simple process.
That's hard.
But the Culture Vulture shit threw me off only because I never really thought about it. I understood it after I talked to certain people. Like, I get why you feel that way. I'm not going to be mad at you for that. But entertainment's entertainment to me. It's like, if somebody told you right now, you're going to California, where's the headquarters of entertainment in California, what would you say?
I don't know.
You say Hollywood or LA.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you say Michigan, where's the headquarters for entertainment? It's kind of Detroit.
Detroit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you work where the entertainment is.
Right.
You know? But that's pretty much how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you've been doing a good job, though.
I
bro.
appreciate
Just to
it,
say
man.
that, I'm a fan of your interviews. That's why I'm even here today. I be watching your shit all the time.
Thank you, man. I
For
appreciate
sure.
that. Everybody's always telling me to get you on. Finally got it to happen.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Ron Artest project before to Dugg, man. How did it come together, and why motherfucking Ron Artest?
I think I was putting Ron Artest in there because just basically touching back on what I was saying earlier, recreating yourself.
Yes.
So the Ron Artest record was probably in a point in time where I wasn't really as hot as I probably needed to be. So I put the Ron Artest on there because I remember Ron Artest did the Malice in the Palace shit, but he had won a chip with Kobe. So that's why that clip on the beginning of that. And then the song was already done. Dugg had came to the studio probably like 3 a.m. by himself, and he heard me doing that, and he just jumped on it. So it's set for probably, I damn near want to say Ron Artest set for 2-3 years.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the leakers got a hold to it. Once the leakers got a hold to it, they put it on TikTok, and they had did something like futuristic video saying like this how the world would be if Ron Artest ever dropped. And you know how that go. At that time, I was signed to Empire, and they cleared it. You know what I'm saying? They put it out, so it went crazy. And
Yeah.
Flo Milli ended up sampling the beat and all of that.
It's kind of crazy too, because if you think about that experience, kind of like we're kind of revisiting it a little bit with Isaiah Stewart, where like the bad boys are back type feeling.
Yeah.
But that experience, the Malice in the Palace, was the craziest thing to ever happen in NBA history.
No, for sure.
As far as altercations,
For sure.
Were you disappointed with the Pistons kind of exiting the way they did, or were we kind of happy
Hell
to
no.
see that?
Fuck no. Coming from what we did last year, they needed the playoff experience. Now they know what to do going forward, because Cade a beast. Like, it ain't really too many point guards in the league that can fuck with Cade. So now that we know that, now that we done had the playoff experience against a good team, like New York, not no bums. Like, them niggas all right. Jalen Brunson, he all right. He damn near one of the best people in the league. So now we got that experience. Once we make our little moves in the summer and come back, we're gonna be much better. Now, is we gonna win the NBA championship next year? I don't know, but we're gonna be better for sure.
Yeah, they're flirting with the idea of bringing Zion Williamson over, but it's like, I don't know, man. That's like kind of...
We got good food and bitches for him. For sure. And he gonna hoop good. Like, we gonna keep his head. One thing about niggas in Detroit, that's what I'm saying, like, we was raised the correct way, like, by hustlers and shit. Like, if you a hoop nigga in the city, we gonna make sure you straight, bro. We not even about to let you do none of that cap ass shit you probably wanna do. Like, you wanna come have your fun, but hey, you here for a reason, bro. Get the fuck to practice and let's get it done. Or we don't wanna hang with your ass no more. So bring him to Detroit. He might need some Detroit guys in his life to straighten him out for real.
Yeah. You got exclusive seats for the Pistons arena whenever you want, right? You can just pull up.
Nah, see what's funny is my man AJ, shout out to my man AJ, that work for the Pistons. What I do is, and y'all niggas don't steal my technique, what I do is I harass him
Aaron?
for 2 weeks straight. Like, hey, I need some tickets. And he'd be like, for sure, I got you. I got some row 3s. And I'd be like, hey, bro, I need some tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep denying until he give me a row 1, and then it be on. So
Yeah, shout out Aaron, man. He always hooks up some fire-ass seats.
Yeah, for sure.
Except last time, man, when Big Sean was doing his birthday party, he seen me.
Where
He's
at?
like, what up, L? He's like, he was on top.
He did his birthday party where?
Big Sean did his birthday party at Little Caesars Arena like a month and a half ago. Me and Snoop went there, and we were just there.
Why the fuck y'all ain't invite me?
I don't got your number, man. You just said you don't answer the fucking phone. God damn it!
Why the fuck Big Sean ain't invite me?
I don't know. I thought you were there. It was
When?
like GT. They were all chilling. It was Sean, GT. I think Vezzo was there. He had a book.
I don't
coming.
like niggas don't invite me.
You should be invited to everything.
I don't like that.
It was like 313 weekend type shit.
Damn.
But nah, man. I know when you show up to these motherfucking places that they give you exclusivity.
Yeah, they be showing
How
me
tapped
love.
in are you with like the NBA players? Like, does Cade, you and Cade have a
KD?
no Cade?
Cade?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, I fuck with Cade. I be talking shit to him. I was hating on them niggas for real. I ain't gonna lie. And then I had seen them niggas out. I had to let them know I was hating on them because I would feel like a whole ass nigga just jumping ship immediately without letting them know. So I had to let him know, like, I was hating on y'all niggas, but y'all got it right. He was like, all right, you feel me? He accepted my apology.
When the White House started, how did it start? And what was your thought process at that time?
The White House started with my cousin, my blood cousin, Skitty. He had bought a house. He know how to fix a lot of shit. So this particular time, he like, I'm buying a house. I'm about to put a studio in there. So I'm like, bet, you know niggas say that all the time. So he ended up buying the house and fixing it up and shit. And the equipment that I was telling my mans had bought me. Remember I told you that? Like, my mans had bought me equipment.
Get you a studio.
He ended up buying the equipment and putting it in that studio. You know what I'm saying? So over time, I used to just go through there and just, cause I was the only person that knew how to record myself. Like, the people that he had placed around him that was trying to do music, they ain't nobody know how to record themselves. So I used to go over there and just record over time, and then gradually, when niggas used to come in the house and just be doing what they doing and see me recording, and now they learning through me. And it was like a domino effect. Like, now niggas know how to record. So I might record, leave, and come back. Nigga might be doing a song or something. So that's how it started for real. It just started off of self-work. Niggas just wanted to do what they was doing for real.
Man. Yeah, that much influence. That's kind of what's happening with everything. You watch
It was
somebody
like
do
it was like a more of an origin for like niggas like Los Nutty, V's, World Tour Mafia. Yeah. Niggas like that. Like, that's where they kind of emerged from out of there.
It always takes one person to kind of show, like, this shit can work if you do it like this. And people kind of take your blueprint a little bit and they use it and you're kind of happy. It's like, I'm kind of starting this new thought process for everybody.
Yeah, sometimes people do stuff and you can put your own style with it. You know what I'm saying?
One of the biggest concerts that we ever see in the world is anytime Travis Scott puts on anything. It's like Woodstock almost, right?
Yeah.
How big that motherfucker is. What was it like knowing that you're going to have association with him?
That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, certain shit be happening when people say shit to me, and I be like, man, hell no. And then I be having to realize what I done did already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when motherfucker told me I was going on tour with Travis Scott, that shit was crazy for real. Like,
did you guys chop it up backstage and shit? Did you guys really, like,
small talking, passing, you know, you don't be want to get in the way of a nigga how they prep and get ready because he doing a full hour and 30. You don't even want to get in a nigga way of what they doing for real. So it's just like, let me get in, handle my business, get out Broadway. Every night I'm going out just watching him perform and see what I can learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So
what was the most impactful moment from you from the tour?
Impactful?
Yeah.
Just the crowd, like, being out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, in front of all them people. So
it's crazy how fucking big
but
he is,
the
bro.
last
God
date
damn.
was so crazy. Ye had came and that shit just all changed. Like, You couldn't even walk certain places. That shit was crazy. Like, it was different. But that shit was fly though.
Do you get that where you can't walk around? Do you get like where you can't even like if you go to Somerset right now, is that bitch like gonna be crazy in that bitch?
No, not no Michael Jackson crazy, but niggas gonna be trying like, what's up face type shit.
They don't. It's not like. Is it like mob type or like they rush up on you type shit, or is it kind of like
sometimes
casual?
Sometimes niggas be running up on me, and sometimes niggas just carry like what up face and just keep it pushing. Like it depends on who it is. Some people be super fans, some people just be regular fans, some people just know who you is type shit. So
your tour sold out.
Yeah,
which is crazy as fuck. Cause I see often, and I don't want to bash nobody, but you'll see a lot of times an artist will set up a tour and then they'll cancel like 90% of their shows.
Yeah.
But you were able to do the longevity run of the entire experience, right?
Every time we have faith.
That's amazing.
And every time we have faith, we go out and execute. Sometimes it start off slow, but we always get it done. We always come together and figure out ways to get it done every time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to my fans, bro. I ain't gonna lie, my fans really love me and keep me going. Like when I touch down in different states and see them, that shit be turned for real. I do little meet and greets and meet people. And this last one, motherfuckers was crying and all type of shit. Like that shit was touching me in a way. It was like, all right, I can't give up on them type shit. So
yeah, and even overseas too. When you're talking about London,
even overseas, because a lot of people ain't make it overseas. Speaking about like even back to the Team Eastside Doughboyz, from our genre few and just the niggas that was doing thing, I'm the first nigga to make it over there. You know what I'm saying? Make it overseas, or just the first nigga to do their tour around the States. You know what I'm saying? So that's really big in my eyes because I get to say that, you know? Like a lot of my peers ain't been overseas to perform. I have, you know what I'm saying? And it's been turned, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, if you're performing in London and shit like that, it has to be like fucking crazy. Like you're flying so far to see people that you never would have thought fuck with you.
I think everybody need to experience like going overseas to London and just seeing their culture and how they carry themselves and what they do. Like I think everybody need that in their life at least one time.
I heard the food's whack. That's what I heard though.
Yeah, that was true for the first 2 trips, and then the 3rd trip we figured it out. I ain't gonna lie.
What'd you do?
We met the right people. That's all it be, is just connected with the right people. Like, and then they have fire food. We was eating some like Jamaican food, and then they got a restaurant out there called like VQ. We went there every night. They food was good. So
yeah.
But the first time we went, we was eating Nando's like nonstop. Nando's like a chicken spot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I heard they don't use salt and pepper and shit like that. It's crazy over there.
They don't use as much seasoning, and see, American, they'll get you fat. Over here in London, I don't even think fat people over there. Like, for real, I don't even remember seeing too many fat people for real. So
yeah, bro, it is kind of changing. Curvy was fire at one point. Like when women were kind of rocking the curvy phase, like being curvy is dope. But then it kind of been like,
being
nah,
what?
That's not curvy. Like when women,
what's curvy? Thick shit.
Thick, but like there's thick, and then there's you're overweight, bro. Like there's a fucking difference between curvy and overweight. Like that's you can't, and people try to play off curvy, but they're overweight, and it's the clothes like Lululemon that tricks you.
You gotta put right here like a picture of what you trying to example.
Come on, man,
like
I can't say
example,
names, bro.
Like curvy, because I don't really know what you're saying. It's thick shit, slim shit. Like,
listen, they're designing the clothes these days to make big women look curvy, son. I'm trying to tell you this. You have to listen to what I'm saying.
What you talking about? The waist things?
It's kind of like, all right, man, once they take that Lululemon off, all of a sudden all this stuff comes from the sides.
Yeah.
And then stuff comes from the sides down here.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
you
all
school.
right.
Swear to God, you school. Yep. You know what you're talking about.
I was doing the things.
Damn, he was doing the thing. Yeah, he was doing the things.
300 pounds.
300?
All day.
$3?
$3. I have footage.
You got footage of $3 shit?
I needed it. Man, this was the
kinky ass nigga, man.
This was the time where you would slide in DMs when you were first hot, and then it's like, oh shit, this works. Like I can just slide in and she'll pull up, and it would only work.
You was beating $300 shit.
I had to. It was all I had at the time. You've been there. I know you've been there because you see
$300.
Because how would you know unless you
300?
Why would you be freaking out unless you didn't know? You have to know what it's like. Listen, the tightest coochie I ever had in my life was from a 300-pound woman. Tightest coochie in the world, and I always thought when you get in there, it's gonna be loose and all types of walls are gonna expand and whatnot.
They ain't got too many rocks on them. You feel me? They only got
that bitch on a wrench, bro. Like it was crazy. It was tugging.
Yeah, bitch on a wrench.
I had to pull out.
Yeah, she got there. Yeah, I like that. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
But you know what I'm saying, though, man.
But you went down on the weight class.
Oh,
You
no,
still
I'm
hitting
in a
threes?
relationship now, so I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like my girl's a good weight and everything like that, and I appreciate that. But I had to stop.
Yeah.
She looked through my phone one time and she scrolled up to my.
Seen the 300?
She went through my invisible photo section on my iPhone because Anyway, man, she's seen some
What
shit.
the fuck is you getting 300 sent to your phone for? Like, what poses is they doing on that bitch?
Oh, so in the back of the Cadillac, I had to slide under like this. And then she had to get a reverse cowgirl like that, and we just had to do it like that. It was crazy, man. I'm telling you, it was nuts.
That nigga ain't a liar, dog. I swear to God, you telling the truth right now, dog. I fuck with
man.
you. You my nigga, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about, though, bro.
I know, bro, but whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't knocking you. Shit, do what you gotta do. It is what it is.
Listen, bro, but the groupies exist. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You get the access to whatever you need. I seen my boy Pauly Shore literally just tell like all the women to come to the front, and they would pick which women they would want.
Who?
Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know rappers get that luxury. They just get to
for
pick
sure.
and choose and do what you want to do. And I think, at the end
That shit burnt out now though. You can't even. It's so scary for the artist that you fuck around, link with the wrong motherfucker. They'll do a story time on you. Like that shit crazy. So be careful, my young brothers out here coming up. Just be careful when you dealing with women. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll put on the whole everything and flip the script on you. So
you have to give them paperwork before they enter the room. Do you do that, or it's like I need no phone?
I don't even deal with them.
Oh, you just stay away from that shit.
Yeah, I just stay away from that type of shit.
That's bad.
You gotta get some paperwork. You just probably just don't need to see her. No cap.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Bad karma anyway, man. I think what's good about you is the karma you've built over time is just trying to be a genuine person that just tries to do things with integrity.
Yeah.
You're not trying to do things to fuck people over, you know what I'm saying? Or,
Sometimes that'll have your ass in the back too though. It's a cutthroat game. That's what I'm learning as I go. Like, no matter how genuine and real you is, like, this shit don't matter no more. You can speak great behind a motherfucker back, but that same person will be saying some flaw shit about you. So you just gotta be careful about how you deal with people, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
but giving people like a chance and knowing when to like end it. Like, all right, you had the chance one time. There is no two times. If it's family, there might be a two times that'll give you a chance. And
I get it most times. I ain't gonna lie.
What is that?
I got a big heart, so it's like you could do some bullshit and then I'll be straight on you, but I eventually end up be like, all right, fuck it, bitch, you feel me? So
people get a lot of chances to do little things before it's over with.
Yeah.
But obviously the big things is what fucks it all up.
Yeah, you can't do no just total bullshit now.
My cousin knew you were coming on, man. He's a huge Wiz Khalifa fan.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that. And do you feel like where Wiz is at right now compared to what you first heard about him and seeing how hyped it was? Do you feel like that's a whole new strategy as an artist to develop that, to be in that kind of lane where it feels more like entrepreneurship and just drop projects when you feel like dropping projects?
I think Wiz just having fun right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do what you want to do.
Yeah, he just rich. He having fun. He don't give a fuck.
Did you guys have like chat? Did you guys really like get to chop it up or?
That song with Wiz Khalifa came about through Sledgeman. Shout out to Sledgeman. He had sent me the remake of Never Being Beat, and I had did it and sent it back to him, and I was just chilling, and he sent me back the song with Wiz verse on it. I had never spoke to Wiz or nothing.
Whoa.
You feel me? So when he sent it back, I'm like, that's crazy. And then it was hard because you gotta think it was a whole phase. If niggas don't say it was a phase where everybody was listening to Wiz, they hate him. It was a whole phase when we was listening to Wiz. So Wiz one of them niggas who had me rocking Levi's with the, you know what I'm saying? So when he sent it back, I was feeling good about that.
I tried to listen to Black and Yellow again, and I couldn't do it. But it was. I remember when it came out.
It don't hit the same, but
I remember when it came out, it had everybody on a chokehold.
Mm-hmm.
And before we close out, man, I want to talk about the chokehold aspect.
Yeah.
When people talk about Team Eastside as a group and individually, they talk about it being a chokehold. I think there was a girl who tweeted out the other day and it went viral. She said, "I can't believe how tied that was to the music. Like, it was so crazy."
Yeah.
And knowing that the influence and impact of the culture is partially to do with the music itself and how you guys presented yourself has to be like a little bit of an ego boost. Like, damn, motherfucker, like we kind of transformed the shit a little bit over here.
Yeah, we changed a lot, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We changed a lot from prices to how niggas dress to glasses to belts, everything. Like, we changed a lot, bro. You feel me? We did a lot with our time that we was together. And for everybody to not be had, like, I don't think niggas know this. None of us grew up together. Like, we came about later just meeting each other in life and ended up becoming a group. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Is there anything that you knew as an artist when you were doing it that you started seeing the reflection in the culture because you guys were kind of doing that? And like you're going to the city now and notice like, oh, motherfuckers are doing this now because of us.
yeah. Yeah, it varies. It depends on, I can't really.
Because Doughboyz at that white tee was really going crazy, right?
The what?
They were just rocking straight up fucking white tees, wife beaters and shit like that.
Doughboyz did that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you kind of associate with it.
Niggas just be rocking white tees too, though.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? But I guess, you feel me? All right, we can give them that. But the signature white tee is just a classic in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because they at your local gas stations and liquor stores, and that's a quick throw on. So
yeah, that's true. There's a guy selling $100 packages of white tees.
Belly, what's his name?
I don't know his name.
Belly Kush or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I DM that nigga. I want one of them bitches. I ain't gonna lie.
Why though?
Just to support. Like, I think that's fly. Like, I like shit like that. That's what I mean, like reinventing yourself and being creative. Like, that's what a lot of artists lack. They think going in there and making a song and, man, be creative. Do something the nigga ain't did. Like, you could tell me how you shot and did this a million times in a row, but who cares? Like, do something creative to grab the attention of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think he did that with how his marketing strategy, packaging, and all of that. So I just wanted to support for real.
Yeah. All right, did you ever launch a clothing brand? Have you ever put anything like that up?
No, but I got some shit. This is my shit right here. I just did a collab with my man's Time to Tell, Wavy Gang coming soon. And then I got some other shit coming on the way.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ray, is there anything that you want to tell anybody before we sign off, man?
Yeah, man, Codeine Cowboy coming. I got the label going crazy. My little cousin signed to the label, Rockstar Rally. He locked up right now. He about to get out. I'm working on another superstar, King Hendrix. We ain't closed it yet, but
what about Samuel Shabazz, man?
Samuel Shabazz, that's my brother.
Yeah,
he doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He not signed directly under me, but he part of the movement for sure.
Yeah, he's fire, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
I hear about his name a lot. That's why I know he's gonna pop off eventually.
Yeah. Sam do his thing, but that's it though. I just appreciate you having me for.
Man, shit, this is legendary having you on. It's just, everybody was always DMing me like, "Where's the Ray interview? Where's the Ray interview?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, everything comes at the right time, man." And today was the.
I was supposed to Ben came, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Man, you just disappeared on my ass, man. You literally just never came. And I was sitting there, like, damn, man. I was sitting there, I was like, damn, I called Diego up. I'm like, Diego, what's happening?
Yeah, it was too late. My bad.
It's all good, man.
It's all good.
It's all good. Like I said, man, appreciate you doing this. Legendary, man. When people come on the couch and they talk about their inspirations and they talk about what music impacted them and what groups impacted them and the culture itself, people always refer to Team Eastside and they always name you as one of the people that really influenced their artistry and what they're doing. So not only did you help change the culture, but also the rap game in the city and what the sounds are becoming today. And that's partially why a lot of artists are getting signed, because they're taking a more professional mainstream approach. They're trying to stay away from all the bullshit while they do it and try to handle themselves as businessmen, entrepreneurs, and rappers at the same time. When you have your head on your shoulders and you are that type of influence, that's what will happen to the future of the music scene. So I'm sure you're part to do with that, and a lot of the guys from the group are part to do with that, which is incredible, man. Appreciate you doing this. Everybody go check out your new project, Codeine Cowboy.
Yeah.
Coming out soon, man. Babyface Ray was in the building. Helluva Visual Shoot These Productions. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. Out. Peace.